Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll be diving into two Hytale mods, the first of which is called Zagon's Archery, and the second, which is more Crossbow tiers. But before we start, if you are interested in either of these two mods, then please do head down to the description, where I have linked the Curseforge pages for both of these mods, so you can check them out yourself and support the creators. So without any more babbling, let's take a look at what the mods add, shall we? So, starting off with Zagon's Archery. This mod is focused around adding in an archery path for players to explore and have fun with. The mod adds in a custom archery table, which is necessary to access all of the modded content. 3 new bows, additionally, are added. The Hunter Longbow, Ricochet Bow, and Explosive Bow, which does detonate and explode blocks, so be careful with that. Alright, so let's test out the crossbows first. So as we can see, the automatic crossbow has 12 ammo capacity, so it's a decent capacity. The knockback only 3. Let's reload this up. And let's see what it does. So we got 10 and then 27. Not terrible. Let's see about the knockback. 3 and 12. Not terrible, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. There's obviously more of a util thing for the knockback. Next up, let's see what the Hunter and Ricochet bows can do. So let's do a full charge. 111. It's pretty decent. Alright, that's 72. Alright. Let's see what the signature can do. Get an upgrade, there we go. The signature looks like it knocks 5 arrows, I believe. And they deal 125 each, that's not bad. Now for the ricochet. We got 38 for the crit. And 29 for a regular. With the ultimate shooting perhaps 3, 4, or maybe 5 arrows though? 22. Alright. Now obviously this is a ricochet bow, so let's test that. Very nice. Has a nice, good few bounces actually. Alright. Now moving on to the explosive bow. Now this will destroy a good bit of terrain, I believe, so I am going to walk over to that dummy, I believe. Here it is, and try it over here. 38 and 12. I believe the 38 is for a direct, and the 12 is for a... Yeah, that's for the AoE. Let's just see what the ultimate can do. Alright, once again, 3, 4, or 5 arrows. And they're all explosive. Alright, so they all seem to just do the same thing, but with more arrows knocked. Very interesting. Now, moving on. Let's look at the archer set, shall we? Which is craftable at the archery table. If I put this down, you can see you've got all the bows, crossbows. This mod also adds in the ability to craft a larger stack of arrows at once. It's a little quicker, I guess. The bows, sorry, 2 of the bows and the automatic crossbow do require a higher level archery table, but it's not too expensive as you can see. Upgrade it to the next level there. So let's toss this on, shall we? Oh, sorry, I forgot it in the chest. There we go, we've got +1 ammo count, +1 energy, +10 health, and all of those other resistances. Also giving increased projectile damage. It's all the same for all of these different values, but all the same stats. So let's throw this on. And let's see how the damage from, let's say, the hunter. So 111, 72. It doesn't seem to have changed, which is interesting. Maybe a different bow. 38, 29. That is strange. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but it seems a little bugged. Maybe it's just a little rough around the edges, you know, it's quite early still. But that will be all for Zagon's Archery. There's a fairly simple but cohesive mod, adds a nice bit of content in. Alright, so moving on to the second mod that we'll be showcasing in this video is called More Crossbow Tiers. So this is quite a simplistic mod, it only adds in 4 new crossbows. It is a mod simply focused to add in some more crossbows whilst making them vanilla friendly by balancing them fairly. Now, according to the mod author, the damage of the crossbows is 55% of regular bows, which was extrapolated from the vanilla iron crossbow. The combo and signature damage are both also extrapolated from the vanilla iron crossbow multipliers, which are 2.7x for the combo and 7.8x for the signature. Now let's have a look at them, shall we? Alright, so firstly we have the cobalt crossbow. Now I do believe, yes, they all have 6 ammo, plus 5 signature energy, and plus 1 signature charge. They are all identical in those stats. However, they do have different damage values apart from thorium and cobalt. These two are both of the same tier. So without further ado, let's have a look. 16 and 43 for the cobalt. 16 and 43 for the thorium. As I said, they are of the same tier, so they are naturally quite balanced. Now, for the adamantite, it has 20 and 54. And let's see if we can actually get the signature charge all the way up so we can test it out. Here we go. Let's see what it does. 156. Alright, and just for clarification, let's load this up and charge up the signature on the cobalt, just to see how much damage this one does. Obviously it would be 7.8x, but I can't be bothered to do the math, so I'm just gonna test it. 125. Alright, not bad. The mithril crossbow now. So 25 and 68. The combo, not bad. It's a little step above the adamantite. Now for the signature, it is 195. So pretty good all round. Quite a nice balanced mod. It just adds in a couple new, sorry, that was the wrong table. Just adds in a couple new crossbows, nothing too crazy. You can follow along with the progression. It's quite a nice solid mod. I do not know which table you craft them at, so you might have to figure that out yourself, but there isn't any new table as far as I know for them, so I believe it will just be one of the base ones. Well, that will be all for this video, but thank you so much for watching the video, and please do consider subscribing if you are at all interested in my content, as it would help me out so much. Alright, well, goodbye and have a wonderful day or night. Thank you so much.